What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? So I often get the question, what is the difference between vinyl wrap and PPF? So I have done a lot of Cybertrucks in both. At this point, I think I've done more Color PPF Cybertrucks. Vinyl wrap has been around for a very, very long time. A very long time. We know certain brands that work well. We know certain brands that don't work well. And Color PPF is relatively new. For years and years, PPF has been mostly clear. You could have seen it before on a hood or a front bumper or something like that. Recently, people have started putting color in there as well. I just want to give you guys a quick rundown of the differences. So vinyl wrap is normally dry apply. So it has an air release pattern. You can apply it dry, squeegee out the air. Color PPF, or most PPF normally, is wet apply. You have to use a soapy water solution and get that water out. That you will usually make the install take a little bit longer because you have to wait for the edges to dry and all this stuff. And then also vinyl wrap like this is usually anywhere between 2 and 3 mils thick. And then Color PPF, this one is 8 mils thick. This one that I have here is made by SVG. They are a Japanese film manufacturer in Japan. And I really like their stuff because they're unique. Their Color PPF has a air release pattern on the back of it. I also just think their quality control is really good on their PPF line. I really, really like all the colors that they offer. I just really like their film, and I also think the price is really good. Some Color PPFs you'll come across, they're asking upwards of like $3,000 for the roll to do a Cybertruck. This stuff right here is about $1,200-$1,300 depending on your account and shipping and all that other stuff. But I think it's a great price. They have a 8 to 10 year warranty depending on gloss or satin finishes. Vinyl wrap, normally I would say it's gonna last like 5, maybe 6 years before it gets any sort of sun damage or anything like that. But before vinyl wrap gets any sun damage or anything, the thing that's gonna happen is probably rock chip, because vinyl wrap is very, very thin compared to PPF. I don't think you need PPF. Unless maybe if you're in the northern region, because PPF does really well at staying pliable in the really cold temperatures. On like vinyl wrap, it kind of gets brittle. So if you do get a vinyl wrap, you probably would want to put some sort of PPF over like the front of it. So when I vinyl wrap a Cybertruck, if a customer goes for vinyl wrap, everything is usually perfectly fine, but I normally will put clear PPF on the front lower section on the Cybertruck, just because that gets a lot of bugs, a lot of rocks and stuff like that. I would say if you are somebody who just wants to put a color on there and really not worry about it much and just barely wash it and you don't want to worry about rock chips and a whole bunch of this other stuff, and you're planning on having it on there for years and years and years, I would say Color PPF is the way to go. If you might be changing up your wrap, for example, I have a customer that just got a wrap like a year ago, and he's going to be changing it up already. And so that's a case where a wrap is really good. Also, you can't do any type of designs or prints in PPF. It's all got to be on vinyl wrap. So if you want to print, you want to design, it's going to have to be on vinyl wrap, unless you put some decals on the top of PPF. But that often isn't that good to put decals and stuff on top of PPF. You can, but you got to make sure it sticks really well, because PPF, most PPFs, like the one I have here, does have a built-in hydrophobic coating. It basically has a built-in ceramic coating, so things don't stick very well to it. So what you'll notice, I want to kind of give you guys a visual here. So you've got, both of these are basically like a satin black. And right here you've got KPMF satin black. You can almost notice there's kind of a little bit of a texture in that, and it feels a little bit more porous if you listen to. This is the vinyl wrap. Here is the PPF. PPF, it's much more like rubbery, silicone-y, it like just flows. You hear that? Less of that like sandy, porous feel. So PPF by default, it's smoother. It's just, and that's what makes it more hydrophobic and more durable, is it's just super insanely like smooth and thick, versus the vinyl wrap. It's thinner and it's more porous. So let me go ahead and take this vinyl wrap off, and let me do a little bit of a demonstration here. What I want to do is I'm going to take the vinyl wrap, and it's going to have some decent stretch to it, but let me go ahead and give this baby a pull. So it stretched pretty good, but it did eventually go ahead and break. And let me try to like get an edge and make a cut there. So it's got some stretch, which it needs if you're doing, if you're wrapping bumpers or things like that. I'm gonna take this somewhat sharp plastic pry tool here. I'm gonna go ahead and try to push this through. Here we go. And so it goes through pretty easily. So that is your vinyl wrap. Some are a little bit thicker than others, but let's go ahead and take off this Color PPF. So here's the Color PPF. As you can see, it's like so silicone-y. But let's go ahead and give it a pull. Oh my God, it's just crazy. This stuff is just ridiculous, dude. It really is like amazing. And the reason why it's so different is it's a completely different type of plastic. This is a TPU, which is a thermal plastic urethane, I'm pretty sure the full wording for it. But it's just super stretchy, and vinyl wrap has some healing when you get it hot to heal scratches, but PPF has another insane level to heal scratches that vinyl wrap just doesn't have. But anyways, let's go ahead and do the break, try to break this through here. So I'm gonna go ahead and push the tool through. I mean, it's just crazy how much it stretches. It's just wild. It really is just crazy, dude. Like I just had a customer's truck that I did like 4 months ago, in this exact same material here. Actually, I had his truck here, and after those 4 months in the Northeast, I didn't see a single rock chip. I didn't see a single issue or anything. So I'm really impressed with this stuff. I'm very impressed with it. I don't know if I am willing to attempt this on a normal car yet, because the issue with PPF is that I feel like when you stretch it, it wants to go back. And that's good if it's if it's on a Cybertruck where there's not much stretching involved. But I feel like I don't know what would happen if I tried to do this on like a Subaru WRX STI bumper or something like that. So for right now, Color PPF, I'm limiting that to only Cybertrucks at the moment. But anyways, guys, just wanted to make a little video because I get that question all the time. But thank you for watching. Thanks for being here, and peace out, guys.